Lots of great things happening right now here in Rochester, and we're capturing it all for you here on RTC. Looks like we've got our web stream up and running now. Hopefully you're getting that. And again, we'll get you those rosters here in just a few moments. Hit right back to the pitcher. And an easy throw over to first base for the first out. So one down here in the top of the first. And if anything happens during the broadcast and we lose you here on Facebook, if we get blocked for any reason, maybe copywritten music in the background or anything like that, just know you can go over to RTC TV4, click on Live TV. It'll still be there. Trying to navigate the technological world here. As number 5 takes a strike for Bremen. And that was Van Buren at second baseman. He's going to stretch that out into a double, maybe a triple here. Stops at second. Next we have 24, Landon Bates coming up. He's your first baseman for Bremen. He's got a runner in scoring position out there on second base. Once again, I want to thank all the folks at RTC help us put this technology together. J.C. Utter, technician. Tim Yarber doing a lot of great work. Billy Pfeiffer, Trent Powell, all the guys in back doing great things to help us here. That's a strike down the middle. Just on the far side of the center of the plate. Bates fouls one. Foul again. Gets hold of that one. Foul territory to the left, just off camera, and the catch is made. And that's going to be 3 outs. Zebra's going to be up next. Or Rochester, I should say. We'll be back. You just caught the announcer saying Wade Bowers, number 2 for the Rochester 10U All-Stars, is third baseman up to bat here for the Zebras to lead them off. It's going to be a ball outside. Pops it up just off camera to the right, and number 24 able to catch that, the first baseman. So Bowers, 1 out for the Rochester. It's going to be a strike catching the outside corner of the plate right there. It's going to be Brady Coleman for the Zebras, number 23, second baseman. Down the middle there, pops it up to right field, drops before he gets to it. Right fielder lets it get behind him. He's looking at going to 2, maybe even 3. He does continue. Ball makes it into the infield, but Coleman standing on third base after a nice little dink to right field. That's going to bring up number 11, Zach Parks. He's your pitcher tonight. He comes out swinging. Coleman with a healthy lead down at third. Parks coming at one up and inside on him, trying to tomahawk down on it. Boy, a nice pitch and a nice hit. Just gets under the shortstop's glove. Parks rounding second, looking at third. Coleman had come in already. Parks is told to stay put on third. We'll get that score amended here as the Rochester team now takes a 1-0 lead. Carson Pollock up to bat next. He's your shortstop, number 7 for the Zebras. I'm going to call him the Zebras. If anyone's offended, please let me know. Oh, that's well over his head. Pollock trying to get the run in off at third. Looks at one right on the outside corner. Well, we're just getting into the evening edition here. 2 games yet this evening. You got your Rochester taking on Bremen tonight. You've got Rochester taking on Plymouth as well over in Rochester at the 12U semi-state. And then we've got a second game for both. So 4 more games yet tonight. We had 12 total on the day live for you. Hopefully you've enjoyed that coverage on the various ways to watch. Pollock looks at one. Pollock goes down swinging. That's going to bring up Dunphy, Connor Dunphy, number 10, your first baseman. He looks at a strike over the outside part of the plate. Misses on the outside. Bremen takes a quick timeout here. Casper will be up, your center fielder, number 12.
Setting the plate for Rochester. Center fielder, number 12, Parker Casper.
Casper shows bunt. Runners show the double steal. Catcher walks him back. Casper with a hit to the second baseman. Elects to go to first. Runner scores. No, that's the third out. So, at the end of one, Rochester leading Bremen 1-0. We'll have the top of the second inning coming up for you right here on RTC TV4.
Next batter for Bremen, number 8, Micah Porter.
Nice catch just off the camera view right there.
Next batter for Bremen, center fielder, number 1, Brady.
This number 1, Braden Corwin, your center fielder. And again, Bremen can't get anything started there. Zebras will be up to bat here in the bottom of the second. Nice hit down the right side. Ends up being foul. Shot right up the middle, trapped And a nice throw over by the shortstop. That'll be the first out.
Second play for Rochester, pitcher, number 3, Ashton Musselman.
Shot right past the second baseman. All right, Brady Gamble up. That was Ashton Eaton. Nice drive on the last play, and you had Musselman up before him. Apologize, I'm trying to operate off my phone here, waiting for my printer to print out my rosters. So, in the meantime, Zebras got runners at first and second. Right at him, that takes him down. Gamble takes one to the shoulder. Go down to see Coach. Coach makes sure he'll be all right, but that's going to load the bases. And as my count has it, it's going to be Wade Bowers, the leadoff, back up to bat. And that's who they're calling. So Bowers up with a great opportunity. Coach wants to talk it through here. I'll turn my mic down for a moment. Now, before I do that, let me just tell you that if you want to see a great game, you've got Plymouth taking the lead over Rochester 4-0 here in the top of the third over at the 12U. So you can tune that in on Facebook, still running live there. Of course, you can see it in high-definition cable here in Rochester, RTC channel 304. This game's also available 343. I see they've updated the score now. 2 more runs from Plymouth. Plymouth up 6-0 over Rochester, and maybe a surprise right there. So you can tune in and watch both of those games. If you could see me, I've got screens everywhere, and I can see both the games and all the action and the previews and the actual live. And great local youth sports. We enjoy the coverage. We're glad you are tuning in here in droves to watch it. All right, looks like we're going to get started right back here. And again, it's Bowers up to bat with the bases loaded. That one's inside. Bases remain loaded here in the bottom of the second. Plymouth just scored yet another run, 7-0 now in the top of the third against Rochester. Well, that's going to walk home a run right there for the Zebras. Let's get that up on the board. Big old 2. Not quite 10 runs this inning. It was a good inning, but not that good. Sorry. We'll get that fixed. It should be a 1. There's the 1. And thought about coming home, but they didn't. They looked at it pretty hard, though. So bases still loaded here for the Rochester team. Nice shot right up the middle of the gap there. That's going to drive home 1 and 2. Got him in a rundown, a little bit of a rundown, and runners are safe. So he drives home 2 with that.
Next up the right field, the pitcher, number 11, Zach Park.
And coach going to take a minute.
New pitcher for Bremen, number 24, Landon Bates.
So that's Bates pitching now, and the Zebras take a quick advantage of the new pitcher. And that's 1. And that's 2. And he is standing up after a great slide into third base there. 2 more runs come across for the Zebras. Zebras now have a 6-0 lead. Little dribbler right back at him. Verda gets it on the overthrow. Is going to make it to second. They're calling him to third. He's standing up at third. Zebras score another run on that. Nice RBI. It's going to give the Zebras 7. We got Connor Dunphy as number 10 for the Zebras. That gets through, and another run scores. Zebras now have 8, according to my count. Parker Casper up now. Runner safe. So Zebras up 8-0. This is Callan Ferreira. Faverda. Takes a pitch there. Ashton Musselman up now. Oh, gets past the third baseman. Run scores. Runner on third. Musselman safe in at second. Another run scores. We'll get that up on the board for you here. It should be run number 9 for the Rochester team. Eighth run of the inning. And switching runners here. So Ashton Musselman with a nice job. Courtesy runner here for Ashton as he comes back in and gets all the catcher gear on. It's number 40, Ashton Eaton. He's your right fielder today. So over on the other side, the 12U team, the Rochester team getting ready to go into the top of the 4th. Trailing now, 7-0. Here at the 10U, they lead 9-0. Nice speed, runner safe all the way around, and advances over to third as well. So some great base running there. It's going to give the Rochester team 10 runs now. To recenter my scoring here. Gamble up for the Zebras. He's a quick hitter. Foul ball right off the bat. If I can't center the score for you, some finicky keyboards here. It's going to be 10. Gamble swings again. Catcher running back, the runner on first, and he goes ahead and takes it. He's a quick guy. So again, you got Brady Gamble. He's your left fielder. You got runners on second and third. Gamble swings. Nice cut, but makes it back to the fence. Gamble with a nice ringer down the right side. They're calling that fair. 1 run scores. 2 runs score. 2 runs score and a runner on third. So that gave them 10 runs, over 10 runs in fact. I think we have to stop at 10. So we'll plot this in and recenter that for you. Don't know what happens if a 11th run comes in. We'll have to find out from the official scorekeeper here in a moment. But we know the Zebras now have 11. Transition this, shut down that copywritten music, and we'll continue here on RTC. Yeah, so we've got 11 now to nothing. Rochester over Bremen here in the top of the third. I'll be back here in a few moments. We're back there as he takes ball 1. Max Barnes, your right fielder, up to bat. He looks at ball number 2. Heck of an inning for the Zebras there. 11 runs. They left people on base at the end of that. Looking over at the other game, the Plymouth team is definitely got it together tonight. They just scored a couple more runs on the Zebras. I think they're about at 9 or 10 runs there. Plymouth leading over there in the 12U and the 10U here. Shot right to the shortstop. He keeps it in front of him, might make the play, and does make the play. Nice job. Hunter takes a strike there. Struck him out. It's going to be 2. Cooper Stevens, number 2, the extra hitter for Bremen, up to bat. Facing 2 outs here in the top of the 3rd. His team trailing 11-1. Cooper takes a swing there. 0-2 the count. Struck him out. That's going to do it for the top of the 3rd. We'll be back after this. Okay, we're about ready to get started here. The bottom of the 3rd inning. See if we can bring the field audio back up. There you go. Wade Bowers up for the Zebras. Takes strike 1 right down the middle. Zebras bats were really strong last time around. Bowers looks at one outside in the dirt. Nice poke right to the shortstop. He's ready for it. Nice throw over to first. Bowers goes down. So 1 down here in the the bottom of the 3rd. See, the Zebras just got a dinger, making the score 9-1 here. Bottom of the 4th. Here we've got number 8 for the Zebras. I don't have an 8 listed. Let me look. There we go. Ethan Jackson. There you are, Ethan. Found you in my paper. Takes a strike there. And thank you for the message, Mr. Newcomer. helping me keep track of the game today. Got her all going on. Hopefully you've enjoyed some of it. We actually have another dozen games tomorrow. Call it the 2 dozen weekend here, Saturday, Sunday. I'll be calling a couple of the Rochester games tomorrow morning at 9. We'll not have commentary, but we'll have coverage of the games going on over here at Akron in the morning. So tune in for those. You'll be able to watch. Sorry, I can't guide you through 2 games at the same time. I'm working on that technology, just can't quite do it yet. Jackson with the kind of a half swing there. Takes the strike. I want to thank all the umpires, by the way. Boy, Jackson, a little dribble to first baseman. He gets the out. Yeah, these umpires spend a lot of time out here, and they're not compensated nearly enough. But, you know, with all the schooling and education and what they have to go through to become an umpire, then getting out here and calling the real games, we just appreciate everything they're doing. Mr. Davis doing a nice job tonight, keeping the plate nice and clean for us here. This is Zach Parks, by the way, number 11 for the Rochester Zebras. Looks one a little high right there. Ball inside. Catches one there. Takes to a full count. Oh, takes one to the head. Be all right there. Carson Pollock coming up. Saw Carson pitching the other day. Wow, great arm on him. Takes a strike down the middle right there. Carson down the right side, and that's going to be a fair ball just past the first baseman. Goes out into right field. That may bring one all the way around. It surely does. Carson's at third. Looking. And a nice throw from the outfield. So that's going to bring another run home here, the bottom of the third.
Rochester. Number 79, Miser.
Andre Miser up for the Zebras. Miser to the second baseman, just out hustles it. Run comes across for the Zebras. Second run of the inning. Nice poke by Miser.
Now batting 19. Calling for Verda.
Callan Faverda up for the Zebras. Got a runner on first and second. And Faverda takes the walk. Bases loaded now. Believe Ashton Musselman will be up, but we'll see here. Can't see what's happening just off screen. It is Ashton coming up. Ashton takes strike one. Gets around early on one, brings it foul. Pops one up right in front of the plate. That's going to be a foul ball. It's around on one. Score now 13-0 here in the bottom of the third inning. There we go with a nice shot right to the shortstop. Throws it over to second for the force out, and that's going to end the inning. So going into the top then of the fourth inning, Bremen trails Rochester 13-0. We'll be back. And we're back here. Number 23 up to bat now for Bremen. '24 is Landon Bates, by the way. Nope, sorry, 20. My eyes deceived me. That's Chase Devine, 23. Bremen still trailing 13-0 here. Shot to the shortstop. Nice throw across to first for the out. Zebras just retired 1-2-3 over at the 12U game. They've got a big deficit.
Be making a game.
One gets away. Maddox Hickman, by the way, up to bat now, the shortstop for Bremen. Coach calls him over for a quick conversation. Heads back to the box. Squares around to bunt. Gets the strike call on the pitch to the outside. Giving him that outside corner right now. Extending the zone, as they say. And that's going to be the second out of the inning right there. Number 5 coming up here. It's going to be Corbin Van Buren, second baseman for Bremen. Nice shot over to the shortstop. It's over his head, but he's able to reach over and catch it. It's going to be 1-2-3 here for Bremen. We'll be back for the bottom half of the fourth inning. My apologies, folks. That is the end of the game. 13 runs after 4. So that's going to do it for this ball game here tonight from Akron, Indiana, Akron Youth League. Want to thank everybody for their hospitality. Anthony, again, I can't thank you enough for getting back with me with all the information. We've got another game coming up here yet this evening, so stick around. Be sure to stay tuned to RTC TV4 all weekend long. We've got 2 more games yet tonight here, one in Rochester, one in Akron, and then 6 games each at each location tomorrow. So lots of great stuff happening. We want to thank you so much for tuning in. Hopefully you've enjoyed this broadcast. More coming to you soon right here on RTC.